Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net. Emphasis on the .net. And we are, what are we? We're a day late and an hour early. What's that? We have Super Chat. We have enabled. If you choose to use Super Chat, please put your question with the donation. Otherwise, we're going to lose you. They move through fast. Please do not spam. When you spam things, it also causes us to lose our place, and we don't know where to start. And it's a bit irritating for my daughter, as she will tell me a lot. So I truly would appreciate it. I may also cut this off short. I was quite sick yesterday, and I'm not 100% yet today, but and so far I'm in luck. There's nobody there. I don't know.
Questions are answered in the order that they come in.
Yeah, questions are always answered in the order they come in, unless you're super chat. You do a super chat, then we'll skip to the super chat, then go back. And if you spam them, it just really makes it harder to find out where you were at before. So don't spam, then delete and put it in front, because we're not jumping all over the place. We're staying in line. Well, I guess I got a really bad hour because nobody's on, and I can't say I really mind, but let me see if I can think of something to talk about. Well, we all know what's happening in the energy, right? It's coming in, it's flipping us on our sides and on our backs, and we get vertigo. It's one of the symptoms of the energy coming in and not being able to handle it. What else? Like I say, I'm not feeling 100%, so my brain is a little slow, and if I can't do the readings, I will cut it off quick and come back next Monday.
Also, because I forgot her, I think Saturday, Lori Dotson, I apologize.
Okay, yeah, Lori Dotson.
For skipping your question.
It was an accident, Lori Dotson. It was an accident. Elle goes around afterwards going, oh, darn, I forgot her. We will make sure to mark you if you come on. Mark you and read yours if you come on. Hi, Angela.
Hello, Angela.
Yeah, me too. It's a pain in the butt, but my good friend Linda Johnson, who knows a lot about health food, suggested vitamin B6 for vertigo, and it seems to be working, and I appreciate that a great deal.
Hello, Maria Herrera.
Hi, Maria. What else about the energy? Well, expect it to keep on rising. It's not going to get easier, especially this summer. I don't think it's stopped getting heavier since a year back. So each month we expect just a little bit more. And that's how it is going to be from now on. We just expect it to be a little bit more. This month, more so than average. August is always a huge energy month because of all the Lion's Gate, and I guess this moon that's coming in is powerful and things like that. But August is always a heavy duty month, and so if you can find ways of pampering yourself, please do that. And it's very important for you to look after yourself right now. And if you don't, then you're going to get overstressed, overwhelmed, etc. And it will be harder on you to help others when they really need it. I think there's a few questions.
There are. I was just waiting for you to finish before I jumped in.
Okay.
Malapale says, hi. Angela Patterson asks, just wondering what Aldo's intentions are. He is very giving financially, and I'm not used to it. It feels odd.
So you're one of these people that have been treated poorly, and now you're treated well. You're not sure what to do, and you want to run, right? I see that all the time, and it is really scary. I'm not joking. It is really scary when people are very giving. So Aldo, his name was Aldo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first of all, Aldo is very funny. I don't know if you've run into him making jokes, but he's a bit self-depreciative in his self jokes. But he does seem to have a genuinely kind heart. He seems to care for you a great deal, Angela. But don't let him spend too much money because he has a tendency to think he's not good enough and he likes to try to buy his way into a relationship. Not because he's not worthwhile, but because he has a feeling he's not worthwhile. So if you can help him build up his self-confidence and everything that way, I mean, don't stop taking it. That's part of how he says he likes you. You know, different people have different ways of showing that they like somebody. Mine is to care for them or support them. Other people's it's just fix their problems, or some people it's just to listen when they talk, and other people it's different things. His way is to give money. That shows that he cares. If he quits giving money, then you might as well walk away. So build up his confidence so he doesn't feel like he has to, but don't stop him from giving to you at the same time. Okay.
Gabby McMaster says, "Hi, thank you for your time and wisdom." Mali Pale asks, "How are you?"
I'm a little bit under the weather still. Yesterday I was quite under the weather, but today I'm much better. I have vertigo, which is a symptom of the new energy coming in, and Yesterday I spent all day flat on my back because when I stood up, the room spun or my brain spun. I never could quite figure it out. But other than that, I'm doing really well. Thank you.
We were also asking if people could just stick to one question for today because
one question because I'm kind of I'm not 100%. Right, what she said.
Okay, our next question comes from Anjali. She asks, "What are AJ's intentions towards me? Do we have a future? Sorry, I read so good."
You do actually. Well, he's standing there looking at you, his hands on his hips, and he's trying to determine exactly what you want. And when my daughter said, "Do we have a future together?" I instantly jumped to children. And I think that he would like to, I think he'd like to be a father, not just, with you, not necessarily, but with you. That was really awkward sentence structure. I apologize. He just wants to know he wants to know if your idea of a family is the same as his idea of a family. I think he wants a family that's large and loud and raucous and full of fun and joy, and not. And he's trying to figure out with what he thinks of a family is what you think of a family. If you can, if it's possible, if you're at the stage, you need to. It would be a good idea to sit down and tell him what you think is a family and what he thinks is a family, and see how much of it meshes. If it doesn't mesh, then you're probably better off walking away. Or if you like his view of a family, then go with that. Go with it because it looks like it could be a lot of fun. A little wearing, having because he does want at least 3 kids, but at least minimum. So just find out because I think he does really like you. At least he told me he does. Okay.
Malapale asks, when will the Gemini guy reconnect with her?
I'm not getting any time soon. At least a month or two. Maybe late September, October. It would be the soonest that he will come around. And as I've said before, timing is not my forte, so it could be something else, another time altogether. It could be tomorrow. Just don't wait around for him. Go out and have fun. And if fun is going out with the guys, then do that. But if you're truly serious, go out with the girls and have fun. But just do not sit around and wait for him. Okay?
Gabby McMaster asks for a message from the guides. What messages may your guides have for me?
Well, first of all, they want to tell you they're very pleased with you. And that seems to be a norm lately, that the guides are very pleased with the people. You're doing something, you're working hard on something, and they're really intent that you follow through on what you're working on because it's very important for your future. And it's partly spiritual, but part of it is strictly physical, um, like a course or I'm not exactly seeing clearly what it is, but something you're working on. You need to complete for your future. It may not appear to be important now, but in the future you're going to go, oh, thank God I did it. And it also, there's something about follow through. Make sure you follow through. Okay, and it could be as simple as a weekend course, or a week course or something, but it's something that is very important. And you probably know, and I'm just blathering on, that you follow through and finish it, even with it's irritating and you'd rather be out having fun. Okay.
Debbie H says, "Hi everyone, is my ex in trouble?"
He's sweating buckets, I would say. And I'm not 100% sure how he's in trouble. But he's a bit worried, and I know he would like to run away. But how he's in trouble, I don't know. I have two options that rise to the fore. The first one was he's in trouble with a young lady, and the second was the police involvement. So it unless it's they're related, I can't tell you which one is the stronger of the two. But I do know he feels a little bit railroaded, like it wasn't him. And that could simply be he doesn't take responsibility, or he's being railroaded. I'm sorry, that's sort of iffy answer, but go ahead.
The Hawaiian goddess asks, "I love your readings. I hope you feel better. I love your readings. What messages do my spirit guides have for me, please? And thank you."
Let me ask some more. So they're showing me a picture of you, and you're standing up, and you're defying something or someone, and basically they're telling me that you should stand in your power a little bit more. Pele, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, the fire goddess, or the volcano goddess. She seems to be a patron of yours, and you should have the chutzpah of Pele. Be powerful, be strong, and don't take any crap. Okay, that's basically what they're showing me, is you standing there, and people are way back, and it's almost like you're commanding a storm or firestorm or something like that. Be that powerful human being that you are, and allow yourself to remember who you are. You are probably much more than you feel you are. And they're always telling me something about you in your car. Again, I'm just going to tell you, drive very carefully. Okay.
Next.
Mhm.
We are getting a lot of well wishes, so thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Vashi Yazd. Sorry if I butchered that. He asks, my question is, will me and my Gemini guy get back together? We are both male.
Okay. Vashi, sometimes when we have names that are from a foreign culture, it's very difficult for us to tell. He misses you. He's a little bit scared of the depth of emotions that he felt with you. That's part of the reason he ran. It's part of the reason he's still running. At the same time, his heart is wanting to be with you. He would like to go back. He's not sure he can stand the passion that comes out of it. I guess there's a great deal of passion in your relationship, and that passion on all levels, not just physically. And sometimes that passion, that wholehearted expressiveness that you have, is a bit scary for him. So if you talk to him and you're willing, tell him you'd like to go through couples counseling. Couples counseling is like a tune-up. It's not saying, hey, you're broken. It's a tune-up that helps you understand each other better and creates a better form of communication. When you've got a third person who's trained in communications, that helps a great deal, because what I'm seeing is a lot of miscommunications. So if you have a chance, offer that up and see what happens. It might not happen immediately. It might take time for him to think it through. But Gemini kind of bounce things around. You know that. They're like Librans. They can't make up their mind necessarily quickly. So I'll leave that with you.
Rachel Spalding asks, hi, any messages for me, please? I get dizzy if my iron is low. It's awful.
I have people who work with the psychic, iron, potassium, and magnesium are things that you have to have extra of. And somebody said to me to try B12, and I'm not saying Synergy is the one. It's just the one we bought. It does help with the vertigo a lot, because vertigo has to do with sometimes it has to do with the lymphatic system, and the B6 will help balance the lymphatic system out. But what was the question?
Any messages
Or any messages?
from any messages.
So I think you're doing really well. You're people who ask if they have any message from spirit or guides. They've been on this journey for a little while. Otherwise, they don't. New people don't ask that. They ask specific questions. So whatever you're doing, you're in the right path. You're doing the right thing. Your guides are very pleased and excited for you. And my feeling is that you just went through a block that was huge for you. And it might have been a simple block, but it was something that was keeping you from growing. And now you've gone through that block, or you're about to go through that block, and they are celebrating with you, for you, and they are very, very, very happy. Um, that's it. They do suggest you go out walking more or something like that. Just be a tiny bit more physical. All right.
Maria Herrera asks, any messages from Spirit regarding Alex? Thank you. Hope you get well soon. Much love and blessings.
Me too. Thank you,
or
Maria.
Light and blessings. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. What they're saying is to tell you that he should do really well in school this year. He might still have some of the cool kids might still be a tiny bit of a problem, but he was grown and changed enough that they might not affect him very much anymore. And when they can't affect him, they tend to leave him alone. I'm not sure if he plays a musical instrument, but it might be something that would be of benefit for him if he can find something he likes. Nothing big. I don't see anything big. I don't see it, something that you have to carry a trombone or anything like that. But a clarinet or a guitar or something like that that's simple to carry around. Flute, something that he can make music with, because music is a very, very foundational for his energy. His energy is very strongly connected to music, and it calms his soul. All right.
Eliz-sha P98 asks, hello, how does Justin feel about me right now that we've met in person again?
He says, I like her. He wasn't 100% sure that he would, so he's a little bit surprised. He would kind of like to keep it going, but he wants to do it slowly. He doesn't want to jump into anything. If he does, that's because he gets caught up in the spur of the moment. But he would like to get to know you well for who you are first. Maybe go out and share sandwiches at lunchtime, or go for a short walk, or talk about books that you both have in common, or that you're reading. Like, just get to know each other better before you move on to another level or step. But he does like you. Okay.
Love-babe says, please take care of yourself.
Thank
My
you.
question is just anything I can find out about my future husband. I'd like to know if I've already met him or if I will soon. Thank you.
So that's really hard. If you haven't already met him, you're just about to meet him. So it's really close, and I think you'll be in a relationship probably just before Christmas, a full on one. These things happen really fast, and if you can slow it down, it's for your benefit to get to know a person. And nowadays, I know you go from meeting to sharing a bed overnight, and that's fine. I don't. I'm not. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying if you can slow it down so you get to know that person on one level before you move into the next level, because once you've gone to the second level, you lose out on all that knowledge you would have gained, and you don't gain it until a long time later. And like I say, I'm not I don't object. I personally don't care who sleeps with whom and how long you've known each other before you do it. I'm just saying if you can slow it down, it gives you that much more chance to get to know him in a different way. And that getting to know that person in a different way, the guy that's coming in, I think is very important for you. You want to know that you can trust him, and you want to know where he's coming from first. All right. So I'm not 100% sure he's your guy for life. Then that's what you want to find out first. Because if he's not your guy for life, then there's somebody else coming in shortly. And so there's basically two guys coming into your life. So be patient, be slow. Did that make any sense at all?
I think so.
Okay, good.
Debbie says, "Hello, Elisha and Elle. I completely understand. I'm covered in flea bites and I feel terrible, but I love my cat Presley."
Oh, yeah. There's a new thing out that you can buy where you click it onto your dog's collar or cat's collar, and it gets rid of the fleas. And we have one that we use in our house. You push it into the wall socket, and it gets rid of all the all the little rodents and things around, because we live right on basically we live on a spot of wild, and so we have a lot of
wild things and no cats to eat them.
No cats anymore, but they come in through the neighbors, and they have no cats either. But we have a lot of field mice that come in and think, "Wow, they've hit the jackpot." So with that machine in place, we don't see them; they're just gone. And that's the same thing with this collar; they're just gone, and it doesn't affect the cat either.
She also adds with a $2 super chat, though her question came before the super chat, but I'm just going to lump it together. She asks, "I can feel Colette's higher self speaking to me. What is she trying to say?"
Basically, don't give up. Be patient. It's a lot of patience. With her higher self is telling you to be patient. It's a lot of patience. Colette is learning and relearning or unlearning a few things at the moment. And she's waiting for the higher self is waiting for Colette's cranky self, the part that doesn't want to listen and hear, to get over itself so that it can hear or think about things again. All right. I think she's just telling you to be patient. And Colette is going through stuff, which most people are going through stuff right now. And when she's gone through stuff and grown up a little bit and sees things a little clearer, then there's probability that what was will be again. That makes sense? Okay.
How are you doing, by the way?
I'm fine.
Okay. The Real Sunshine asks, "Hi, I'd like to know what blessing is happening for me this month, like money or love."
Now I see a lot of laughter. It's almost giddy laughter, like kids playing around. It does appear to be something like a beach, but it could, it could be just that you're out playing around and having fun. You're not stressed. That's a blessing, at least not at the moment. And while you're having fun, there's somebody watching you having fun, enjoying watching you having that fun and being childlike, not childish, childlike. Quite a difference. And that someone maybe, possibly, be the one that's coming into your life. So if you get a chance to have fun, just plain fun with just go out and have just plain fun. All right? Because that will makes your energy expand, for one thing. And when your energy expands, you glow, and it'll attract people to you. Okay.
Next. Mysterious Moon asks, "Hi, Eliz-sha. When will I move out of my parents' home and get my own place?"
Well, as I say, timing is not my forte. If you don't mind sharing, you could probably get out faster than if you need to have your own space. And sometimes they have group homes. I mean, homes where people rent a room in a house. And that would you would probably get out faster that way. If you want to go out on your own and get your own place, you could probably do that, but you're still probably going to need a roommate of some description. I don't feel that finding a roommate that you like would be that hard. It doesn't necessarily, and I wouldn't recommend a friend. I'd recommend somebody with good references, but not somebody you know, because it's easier to live with people who are not friends. But I do see, it looks like a house that's been broken up into apartments. And I could be wrong about that, but it does look like there's a place with a tiny bit of a yard that you can go out and sit in and things like that. It could be probably a little later in the year, even towards the spring, because I see patches of snow in the yard. But it's warm inside. Okay.
Keisha W. says, "Hello, Eliz-sha.
Hi, Keisha.
I would like to know, where will the connection between Patrick and me go? Will we have a family together?"
Well, according to Patrick, he says, "I'm not 100% sure. We haven't got to that level of talking about things yet." But if it came to that and you were the one, he would like to have children with you. I think he's still at a stage lower than you are, I think. Yeah, I mean, he's not as far advanced in how he feels about you as and that's pretty typical of men. They're slower to move forward, but he does like you, and that's more important, I think, right at this stage, than worrying about whether what state where you're going from. So right now, enjoy the relationship and be be very open and honest and pleasant with him. Okay, but always, it's an oxymoron. Always hold a little bit of yourself back, so that there's still a bit of mystique about you. Okay.
SJ Namaste says, I'm planning to go to go moving to. I'm planning to move to a different country with my family. Do you know? Do you have an idea when that will happen? Thank you.
Again, timing is not my forte. I'm sorry. The only thing I get was in the spring, and with your hoping before that, I hope I'm 100% wrong. I think there's two windows. There's one in late fall, but the biggest window is in the spring.
Next.
Yeah.
Lily Guild asks, how does Hendrik feel for me right now? He was sentenced 9 months in jail.
He was sentenced to 9 months. Does he have a chance of parole? Basically, he's really relieved that part of what was hanging over him is over. I think at the moment they're planning on. He's talking to the lawyers to see if they can go in again and ask for a reduced sentence, because I have a feeling he'll spend more like 6 months in jail rather than 9. Uh, he's quite scared about going to jail, so his mind is pretty preoccupied. But he's also he's thankful that you've been there to support him along the way, and he's quite aware that you're doing that. At the moment, he's a little wound up in his own emotions, so it's not that he doesn't think about you. It's not that he doesn't care. It's that he's just kind of wound up. He would like you to stay close if possible. I do know that people in jail love to receive letters, so write lots of letters, snail mail, and I do know that the more money they have in their box, the better, the more they can look after themselves. So if you're willing to put in $15-20 occasionally, it will make his life a lot easier, and he would be very appreciative. He's not 100% sure why you like him, especially now that he's going to go to jail. But the moral support is something he needs. And if you can write letters, I recommend you write letters, reams and reams and reams of letters. And that will keep him thinking about you, and he will be extremely grateful. Okay.
Star One says, "Hey, I'd like to know if my grandparents who have passed over have any messages for me."
Well, I don't know what they were like in life, but now they just adore you. They're telling me, they're tapping me on the shoulders. That's my granddaughter. That's my granddaughter. So they're there for. They will be there as much as they can to support you and help you along your way. Yeah, there are a lot of they just want to know that they anything they can do on their side for you, they will be doing for you for your benefit, and they're very proud of you and they want you to know. They want you to know that well, what was in the past is in the past, and they love you. Okay.
Courtney Milan asks, "Immigration came to my home claiming they were looking for a woman. Did they act stupid and really come here for my boyfriend because he's an illegal immigrant?"
Hmm. I would say yes. I would be very careful, and the even in their things they say that they have the right to lie, the the to get what to obtain what they want. So basically, they were checking out the lay of the land, and also there was a female that could have been related to the related to it, that they were kind of curious about whether you knew or not. But basically, yes, I would say I would be very, very careful. Okay.
Next, Sharon B asks, "If my ex Gemini comes back into my life, will he only want sex? Will it only be for the sex?"
Oh, wow. How many Gemini is that today?
I've lost count, but there's quite a few.
Yeah.
And more to come.
Well, I suspect, yes, I think you hit it on the head. But what he said was, but you're really good. Um, so people don't always take into account who they're talking to when they talk to me in the energy. Uh, he also seems to like you. But he does like you as a human being. But I think, honestly, you can do better. This one is a little young for you still. All right. And I do think there's somebody that's a little more grounded. He might not be as much fun, but a little more grounded. That has the potential for to come in and around the same time. Okay.
Uh, Delila Lila Cruz asks, "Do you see me and my ex ever getting back together in the future?"
I think you would probably do better moving forward and looking for or allowing somebody else to come into your life that has more potential to be to be what you're looking for. And each time you go through a relationship, the next one usually gets better until you find till you've worked out all the quirks in yourself. I wouldn't wait around for him. Not at all. His energy isn't. His energy, honestly, is not the best energy for you. It doesn't actually mesh with your energy. So you would always vibrate out of sync with each other. So it's not that he's not good enough for someone. It's just that you're not suited for each other at this time. Okay?
Leah Smith asks, if my Gemini comes back, will his intentions only be about sex?
Not the same one?
I guess not.
Huh. Well, Gemini dislike sex. So does Scorpio and Taurus. And a few other signs. Well, this Gemini does seem to appreciate sex a lot. And I think I'll leave that with you to read between the lines. I didn't get very much more than it really likes sex.
Kristen Meat asks, are the police watching / investigating me?
They are more, but it appears to be more as a corollary to who you're friends with rather than who you are. They might have run a few, like, well, if you drive your license and if you are, or your, how your credit rating and things like that are, they're interested, but it's like more who you run with than that they actually expect to find anything. All right.
Kylie Brown, and this question is going to shock you.
Gemini.
My ex-Gemini, if he comes back, will his intentions only be of sex? I told you it was going to shock you.
Yeah. Well, as I said, Geminis do like sex a lot. Okay.
Caitlin Brown asked the exact same question. Rewind 5 seconds.
It's not the same person?
I don't know. It's written out the exact same way as the previous ones, but they're all different people. Yeah. My Gemini X comes back, will his intentions be of sex? I don't know how else you can rephrase or add to that, answer that anymore.
I think I've had too many Gemini and sex because I'm not getting much.
Yeah, so
I apologize for that, ladies, but
be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Mimi asks, should I start school now or in the spring?
So now, if you can do it now. If you can't, the spring will work quite nicely as well. But if things are in place for you to start now, it's probably easier to go to school over the winter time than it is to go to school during the summertime. All right. And good luck, Mimi.
Nancy Jones asks, what's going on in my mom's life that she's hiding from me?
Well, what your mom said to me is none of your business. But something obviously is happening because her voice got very high. And she says it's nothing illegal. And you'll find out in due course anyhow, so be patient.
Ashley S. asks, will Julian ever put effort into our relationship or move on?
So what popped into my head when you asked that question was the song "It's Summertime and the Living is Easy." So I think he's a good time, Charlie. And I think that if you expect him to put effort into your relationship, he would have done it by now. So it's summertime, and if you want to have fun, it's easy. But don't wait. Don't waste your time with you expect it to be. I mean, you can end up married to the guy, but he'll never put effort into the relationship. It'll always be you and only you. All right.
Sharon B. asks, will I get approved for the program next month?
So they're looking at it very seriously. They're weighing the pros and cons, and it's not something that's lightly being considered. It's they're really weighing it. The potential is 70%, not 75, 70% that you will be approved, but there's still 30%. So take it like the weather. 70% is usually means it's going to rain, but not necessarily. Okay.
Cynthia Hall asks, hope all is well. Can I ask you what can I do to open my psychic abilities again? What's blocking me?
Why don't you message me? All right. My name is Eliz-sha Keating.
Facebook links in the description down below.
Yeah, message me because that one might take a little bit of time. I am.
Oh, sorry. Are you done?
No, I just said hello to.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna butcher this name, and I apologize. Leah Smith, you already had a question. We are asking people to limit their questions once per this video.
Because I was really sick yesterday and I'm still not 100% today.
You had a reading. I double checked.
I recognize the name anyhow.
You're welcome. No problem.
No, Leah, you didn't get skipped. I did read for you.
I'm just putting it out there for you to remind everybody that it's just a legitimate one question today.
Yeah.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, I have vertigo and it's much better today. Yesterday, I didn't move.
Anyhow, Belsimela asks, is Khan stalking me?
Khan.
Kaan.
He doesn't consider it that. He's just keeping a really close eye on you and wants to know what you're doing. At this moment, he doesn't appear to be dangerous or anything like that. It's just if you are afraid and you have if you have proof, you can. If he said anything or done anything, you can go to the police and get a 3-month order that he has to stay 900 meters away from you or something like that. You can also make your Facebook private and a few things like that. But at this moment, he's just interested in you. He doesn't feel that he's stalking.
Next one.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Kylie Brown. Did she get a question already?
I don't know.
Yeah, she did. Where did it go? Where did it go? Caitlin Brooks already asked a question.
M wants to know about
how Sue is. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. The sunshine's making her feel better, or the summer is making her feel better. She's coming out of herself a little bit more, a lot faster than I would have anticipated. She's her energy is looking up and brighter, like she's looking around and seeing people again. Her heart is opening up in a way it hadn't in the past. So, and I'm 100% sure you already know this, but pay attention to it. You might feel that you feel a change in her energy too, and that it's more open to receiving messages or things from the past. All right. Are we done? I think it's an hour.
We're close to being done. I've closed it off, so no more new questions are coming.
Okay.
Or if they do, they'll just have to repeat next week. Excuse me. The Real Sunshine says thank you.
My pleasure.
Tari Avalos says hello. Will my dog Celeste heal? He was bitten by another dog and he's with the vet now.
Oh, is he upset? Poor baby. But I feel he's going to be okay. It's going to be timid. I mean, it will affect him emotionally for a while, and you will have to you'll have to coddle him a lot. And he says, yeah, of course I'm going to get better. That's his thinking. The vet doesn't appear to be horribly worried. And the people who help him, the ladies that help him, they don't think there's too much to worry about. I feel he might get a lot of antibiotics, and I guess he'll be sewn up all over. I do see him coming home, and I do see him playing the poor me card a lot, even when he's better. I really like the feel of your dog. He's got a lot of character. He's not very happy with what's happened, though, obviously. He's pretty dopey right now from the drugs. And he's not impressed with that either. And he doesn't like the flavor of their water at the vet's office. I'm not 100% sure it's because of the water or because of the medication. Or maybe it's just him dreaming, for that matter. Because it seems to be like he's in and out right now. So he's not really logical, but he's a fighter. I don't think you have to worry. Well, you have to worry because that's what puppy moms do. But I think the hard part will come afterwards. So.
The resocializing of him.
Well, not just the resocializing. He's got too much character. He's a bit of a princess. He's really got a lot of personality, and I really like him.
All right. One last question.
Okay.
From his royal doodliness. He says, "Hi, I made an enemy named Monty. He's a powerful psychic. What should I do?"
If he's a powerful psychic, you should be totally safe. But if he's a low-grade psychic, then you need to clean your aura, put a shield around specifically for Monte, and clean your aura quite regularly. If you're Catholic, go get some holy water. When you say he's a powerful psychic and he sends curses or spells, stay behind the shield. You should be fine. If not, message me.
I guess I lied. I missed a question from Tati Torres Tarot.
Okay.
Oh, she asks, should I go see Jay in November? What would be the outcome? And then it's our last question.
There's one more that's simple. It says, it was any messages for me. I'll do that one too.
Okay.
I think basically you would have a good time. You'd probably find out what you want to know about him, whether it's what you want or not. But it doesn't seem to me that it's a hard visit. It seems to be simple and easy, and things would go very. I think you'd enjoy yourself, basically, and it would be a nice break. So, where did it go?
It's
Jono?
Jayo.
Okay.
From Nino. Sorry if I butchered that.
So your guides tell me that you're working very hard on your path. In fact, sometimes it's like you've got tunnel vision and you can't see the broader picture. They're recommending you stand back, open up, and see more of the picture because you're so focused, you're so single-minded on what you're trying to achieve that missing the big picture will it sets you back rather than brings you forward. And being in psychic and spiritual, you want to see the finite, but you want to be able to see the broad picture as well. Your guides are very impressed with your tenacity or your ability to choose something and go forward with it. And I think that's they think that what you want, you're probably going to maybe not achieve exactly what you want, but it will be much more than you expect. All right. They seem to be pleased with you. Just remember to disengage every once in a while and go out and have fun. All right. Having fun is okay. Even with it's just going online and playing games or do a tabletop role playing, but just relax and think, and just because you need time for things to integrate. If you don't give yourself time for things to integrate, you're just not going to get what you want. Well, yeah, basically just. So somebody called Maria
She
Jose.
didn't ask a question. I already closed off the list and I double checked.
Okay, so next time on Friday, I do 4
weeklies, Fridays
and Saturday. And Friday, Saturday, depending what's happening in my life. I will answer up to 4 questions per group, 4 to 5 sometimes. You can come then. I should be back next.
Debbie is asking Monday.
I should be back Monday. I didn't do it yesterday because I was flat in my back. I think we have.
Isn't Erin going to do a live Q&A?
I'm not sure. Is it this week?
I don't know.
I think
we have a calendar on our website of upcoming events on both YouTube and Facebook. If we don't mention something on here that's upcoming, go check on our website, wisdomseekers.net. And link is in the description.
And it's a calendar. Press on the calendar to tell you what all times are Pacific Standard Time. Erin's coming up. She'll be back here on the 29th on YouTube, but I think she might be doing one on Wisdom Seekers Facebook on Thursday.
And those will be shortly uploaded on YouTube.
And I believe that.
I'm trying here. It's hard to do 5 people jobs.
Yeah. And anyhow, and also on the weekend, I believe we have animal communicator, and you want to bring Celeste to that because she's really good.
Oh yes, Sabi Rendell.
Yeah, that's right, Sabi Rendell. I think she's doing it.
Doing it on the 18th, which is Sunday.
Yeah, 18th. And on the 25th, we will have Bronwyn back again.
Also on Facebook.
On Facebook.
It's at this moment, Facebook is the only platform we have that we can do a split screen and have both my mother and whoever else is joining her for an interview or a live interactive on at the same time. We're still looking into doing a split screen here on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it just costs a lot of money to buy one of those, like $7,000, so I don't have it. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure. And we'll catch you next time if we didn't get you this time. Honestly, when I started reading again, I wouldn't do a very good job. I'm I hit my limit. And that's what happens when you've not been feeling well. So I'm going to say thank you very much for being here, and namaste, namasko.
Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Bye.